one you prefer to celebrate is Bibles versus blunts, you guys. And for some of you, you may use that Bible to roll a blunt later. I don't know. That's your personal choice. On the side of Bibles, this guy is a member of the Fine Gentlemen's Club. You've seen him on the cover of the Westward, and God damn it, is he one of my favorite people on the planet. Put your hands together for Mr. Nathan Lund, everybody. Slicked back, Nathan Lund. And on the side of blunts, this guy, self-proclaimed realest motherfucker alive. I'm just going to let him do his own introduction because I can't remember that entire paragraph he just said in my ear.
I'm from the International Blunt Federation. Odd Future Wolfgang, kill them all. Brat, brat. My name is Dr. Hennessy Cream Spout.
Smoking a lot of codeine blunts already, huh? All right. We'll go in first on the side of Bibles. It's Nathan Lund, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Looks like Kevin's been celebrating the 420 holiday a little too much because I'm not Nathan Lund. That's right, I'm a character. My name is Dilby Willis, and I am here on behalf of a hot new children's summer camp that I want everybody to know about. It's happening this summer and every summer, just a few miles away from here at a beautiful lake. We call it Camp Yellowfeather, and I'm here to just see if anybody might be interested in signing up kids for a wonderful summer of praise and relaxation, making new friends, and praising some more. Doesn't that sound great? Doesn't that sound great? Just a few quick things. Some of you might have heard about Camp Yellowfeather over the years, and there are some rumors and there's some rules. So real quick, I just want to go up front and get through some of the rumors that have been associated with Camp Yellowfeather over the years. Number one, we have 24 canoes for our patrons, for our little kid guests. 24 canoes and 16 cabin bunks. It's a cabin bunk style setup at Camp Yellowfeather. Okay. Second up. Strictly enforced, lights out at 10 p.m. That's every night from June 24th until August 2nd, okay? That is a hard and fast rule. Lights out at 10 p.m., no exceptions. And then a third rumor is, no, there is definitely not a supernatural evil being killing kids every summer at Camp Yellowfeather, okay? That's kind of the big one, is that there are a lot of rumors about this some type of demon beast from hell that is taking out kids and devouring their souls and their flesh. And it's just not true, okay? Okay, everybody. Some of you might be thinking, what's wrong with your glasses? Did the demon beast eat them? No, of course not. That would be ridiculous. I fell during an intense game of TV tag, okay? That's all that happened to these glasses. No demon beast. The kids have been fine every year. Let me ask you this. Would there be a God if an evil demon monster from hell were killing kids who were at a camp in order to praise God? Come on. Doesn't that sound a little bit too much like the movies? Somebody's been watching the Avengers late at night, if you're believing that kind of a story. Camp Yellowfeather is as safe as ever. We also do have a hard and fast rule, in addition to the curfew and some personal responsibility rules. If you decide to do a character on a show, you stick to that character, okay? Thanks. All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit, you guys.
Keep it going for Camp Yellowfeather. Yellow, the color of pissed chickens and cowards. I am Dr. Hennessy Cream Spout. Chill out. Member of the International Blunts Federation, Odd Future Wolfgang, kill them all, kill them all. Brat, brat, wee. I am him. And I'm here to talk to you about why blunts are better than the Bible. As if I had to tell you. Friends, first things first. That man is a virgin. You gonna take his advice?
Right here. Proud of it, too. Throw up your B's. Where are my virgins at? Am I right? Am I right? Anybody? Throw up your B card. No, there aren't no virgins.
There's no virgins.
I saw all the Connect Four and I thought virgins.
Why don't you connect foreplay with a lady? This is a virgin. Guys, blunts, Bibles, why is this an issue? You can make one out of the other. I'm not going to tell you which because I think you're smart. The Bible says, Leviticus 42:39. I did my research, virgin. Let brown inside of you. That's the verse. Guys, the Bible is telling you to put the sweet brown blunts in your system. Let me tell you a little something about Dr. Hennessy Cream Spout. It hasn't always been beautiful for me. I haven't been always ballin' outrageous. There was a time when I was doing bad, when I was going through it with my ex Vivica. Maybe it was Vivica Fox from Booty Call. I'm not gonna tell you guys because I keep secrets. And my ex Vivica was a huge cunt. I said it. I don't feel bad. And you know who helped me through that fucking divorce? Not Vivica. You know who was up with me at 7 o'clock in the morning while I looked out over the San Fernando Valley against my infinity pool? Blunt smoke, not the Bible. I've never read the Bible, y'all. You know why? Because I can't read. You know what I can do? Twist a motherfucking blunt. Who's trying to party? You clap because you don't believe in a God. Because when you believe in blunts, you are your own God. You are God, woman. You are God, man who could be a woman. You are God, woman. I tell you what, guys, I've exercised before. You don't believe it, but it's true. I've taken Wellbutrin before. I've spoke like a person before. I've never felt as good as when I'm twisting up a Fizzat Blizzant. Look at this guy. You got two options here tonight, guys. You can look at me, obviously a radical party dude. I like pepperoni on my pizza. Understand it. TNMNT. And you could be like me. Even you, weird Sherpa man. You could be like me. You have to buy clothing that's not from REI. And you have to wear underwear that's not from the North Face. But besides that, you could be like me. Or you could be like this man! This man who has never seen an unclothed breast. This man who has only drank a Keystone Double Black once on New Year's because his cousin Pat, who touched him, told him it would make him a cool dude. You could be like me. Take life easy. Or you could be like him. His glasses aren't even even on correctly? Who's more functioning? I'm not wearing underwear. Who do you want to follow? Who do you want to follow into the depths of hell? A man who's never kissed a butt cheek with his bare lips? Or a man who's sold food stamps to Asian women for cigarette money?
Another rule that we have is if you're going to do a character on a show, we ask that you maybe dress up a little or change affectations or voices. Otherwise, it's really confusing for the rest of the parents who come up for the big talent show. Again, I am Dilby Willis, camp director for Camp Yellowfeather. It's a summer of praise and fellowship. Canoeing, shooting bow and arrows into trees that are marked, pressing leaves, and definitely being safe inside our locked cabin bunks after 10 p.m. That is strictly enforced at Camp Yellowfeather. Again, no demon beast at all, okay? Just vicious rumors designed to persecute followers of the Lord, because sometimes it's not that cool to follow the Lord these days, isn't that right? Sometimes it's cooler to get really high all the time with friends like your black friend David behind me. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it's really hard to turn your back on the cool crowd, you know? And to say, hey, you know what? Smoking blunts sounds really cool, but I've got an appointment with my guidance counselor. And he's no ordinary guidance counselor. He's the best guidance counselor around. His name's Jesus. He's got me on the fast track to graduating to the holy college called heaven real soon. And blunts aren't a part of the plan, okay? Blunts smell really gross, okay? They make you cough. If your body was supposed to inhale blunt smoke, I don't think it would cough and gag and throw up vomit everywhere sometimes when it happened. Am I right? Isn't that kind of your body saying, hey, I'd rather be doing something else? Isn't there a church somewhere around here? Maybe that's what your body's trying to tell you the next time you cough or hack on a blunt joint. And I know, hey, I've been around a couple of different blocks, so I know that some of you have probably taken the pages from the Bible and then rolled up a blunt joint right there in the hotel room. Am I right, comedians? Huh? Am I right? Some of you drug addicts who can't afford zigzags, they're about 79 cents, but you can't afford them, and then so you take a page out of the Bible. I've heard about it. And that's all fine and good. Isn't that kind of an argument for the Bible? Even if you're a sinner, you can still find a little use out of that good book. That's how good that good book is. Even if you're going to hell, it'll still try to help you out a little bit on the way. Isn't that kind of nice? Jesus thought to himself, hey, maybe if I make the pages real easy to roll into a blunt joint, as the sinner is rolling that blunt joint with his lips and his tongue, maybe he'll read a couple pages of the good book, huh? Before he lights it on fire, lights that blunt joint and his future right on fire, just puts it up in flames. Today is the day, okay? Today is the day that you say, yes, I will put out that blunt joint. I'll put it out in an ashtray, not in a garbage can. Those things will catch. We've had a few fires at Camp Yellowfeather. Some people think it's the bee snorting fire on children. That is not the case. We've got good old-fashioned natural fire up at Camp Yellowfeather, and sometimes it gets out of control. Listen, there is a rumor that some kids have started spreading that virgins are safe from the demon monster up at Camp Yellowfeather. That is not the case, okay? The demon beast, this alleged demon beast that does not exist, does not care whether you have made love to another human being, okay? Also, not real at all. But again, we had a few non-virgins leave us last year at Camp Yellowfeather, and parents, non-refundable deposit, okay? But please consider it. June 24th through August 2nd, Camp Yellowfeather. Thank you so much, you guys. God bless. God bless.
A lot of real uptown words in that last one. A lot of real big city trickery. I'm not into that. I'm an American. I'm the salt of the earth, y'all. You listen to that guy, he was getting real fancy. Sounds like he was trying to grow raspberries on a potato farm to me. And I'm not that guy. I'm one of you all. I'll take my shoes off. I don't give a shit. Not wearing socks. That's how I stay comfortable. He smells my funk. That's funk of America, y'all. I don't know what that last man was talking about. I'm too high to understand. But what I know was goddamn bullshit. You let this motherfucker coming up here, crooked glasses, blue jacket like a commie, and tell y'all how to live y'all's lives without blunts? What did the Bible ever do to you? Raise your hand if you've been saved. Raise your hand if you've been saved by a bad day at work from the Bible. Raise your hand if you've been saved by a bad day at work from a blunt. Yes, Lord! Raise your hand if the Bible ever got you some other sex genitals. Raise your hand if a blunt ever got you some other sex genitals, y'all. Raise your hand if the Bible ever told you how sweet, delicious, and interesting a green apple Jolly Rancher is. Raise your hand if a blunt gave you that truth. Raise your hand if the Bible ever got you to beat Super Metroid Prime on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Raise your hand if a blunt ever gave you that truth. This is a young crowd, I understand. Friends, raise your hand if you've ever potentially met the love of your life around the fiery embers of the Bible. You know who the love of his life is? Kevin O'Brien. Who wants to live like that? In parting, I say, friends, raise your hands collectively with me if the Bible ever taught you to love reggae music. It doesn't happen! Blunts are the truth. Blunts are the way. Blunts are the light. I don't want my shoes back.
Who wants one? Hand up. Who wants it? He doesn't want. All right, ready? Whoa! That was piping. Can you hand that to the dude with the ginger beard? All right, who wants the other one? Who wants the old righty, the old stinkfoot? Who wants it? Put your hand in the air. But nobody else wants to make him pay for his declaration for a joke? All right. And now David, once again, does not have shoes, believe it or not. Yeah, I know, I've known him for years. I've seen him with shoes on maybe 14% of the time, so it's pretty apropos. If you guys are on the side of Bibles, big round of applause for whoever the fuck Nathan Lund's calling himself. Pretty sassy. Pretty sassy. And if you're on the side of Blunts, give a nice round of applause for who the fuck David was calling himself. I can't believe I'm about to say this at the Vine Street Pub at 12:15 in the morning on a Sunday, but the winner of your final debate this evening is Bibles, everybody! Give it up for dope. You're right. It's for the Lord who came. Before we wrap up the show, once again, nice round of applause for the Vine Street Pub for having us every third Sunday of the month. And also give it up for everybody you see tonight. They worked so hard to entertain you, and thank you guys so much for coming out on 420. We'll be back next month, third Sunday every month. Godspeed, everybody.